What's up, friends? Chook here, and welcome back to Bit Heroes. It is Thursday rate. Thursday rate? It's Thursday capture rate day, and we're gonna keep doing our Walkom +5. Now I kind of had have a friendly bet with Zilfa, who is the newest member of Iconic. He came up from the Chicken Coop, the sister guild, and he was the top contributor of that guild for the last expedition. So he got promoted to Iconic. So congrats to him. So I have a competition with him as who's going to get +5 Walkom first, because in the last week he has gotten a crap ton of fams and had super good luck with it. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, nothing to do with capture rate, but I just thought I would make note of this. Someone, I think it was Spook, but I can't remember who it was fighting a guild in GVG, and they were all wearing the same cosmetic, and I thought that was a really funny idea. So I've got as much of Iconic wearing this ugly ass mushroom head as possible. So as you can see here, I would say the vast majority of people, maybe more than half, are wearing this ugly mushroom head, which is pretty damn funny. So yeah, when we go up again in GVG, you can see here my whole front team is all mushroom heads, and I don't know, I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway, capture rate day, let's do it. We are going for the Duobomz, like always, and hopefully we can figure it out. So we need 2, and then we need 1 driven, as always. So it's been the same for months. So as I mentioned, Zilfa and me are now having a competition of sorts, I guess. So I can't remember the exact details, but in the last like week, or even I think in the last week he's caught about 684 fams, which is good for him. I think he caught like a bunch of Duobomz. He's now got 7 of them because he wants to get 2 +5 Walkoms. So he got 7 of them. So he's done with Duobomz. Now I think he needs 5 Driffins and some Blubbers or something. We need 2 Duobomz and a Driffin. But I said to him, I go, dude, you're gonna get it before I am. Like, I've been trying for this for months, and I'm still trying it. I still am 3 fams short. Have been 3 fams short for months. You've just had the absolute freaking week of weeks with capture rate. That's crazy. And whatnot, but he was at least using a bub gore or whatever it is, which gives you 250% capture rate. I'm free to play, so I don't have that option, but still, that's quite the achievement as far as capture rate goes. So we'll see who gets our +5 Walkom first. So you know, you could place your bets. Maybe place your bets in the comments below, whether you think I'll get it free to play or whether you think Zilfa will get it with maybe some capture rate bonuses or something. So yeah, I need 2 Duobomz and a Driffin. I think he needs 5 Driffins and some Blubbers. Like, he basically needs the 5 Driffin Warfins? It's called Warfin? I think it might be called Warfin. The Driffin and Blubber? Well, Driffin and Blubber doesn't make Warfin, because usually the 2 names combine together. So with Driffin, it is Driffin and Blubber though, is it not? I don't know. We can look after this, I guess. Anyway, he needs 5 of them. So he's 5 short, I'm 3 short. We'll see. But I think he might be 5 short of 2 +5 Walkoms. I don't know. Anyway, we're roughly on par together. He already has a +5 Bobodom as well, so he's killing it. And he is level 2, not even 200 yet, level 180 something. Which is awesome for him. I was going to mention something else. What was I going to mention? Something else. Fleeting memory. Not good. Alright, hang on. Let's have a quick look at where he is. Zilfa, where are you, my friend? You are somewhere. Ding, ding. There you go. Level 195, so he's almost 200. And he's got a +5 Bobodom, and is pretty close to getting a +5 Walkom. So he's absolutely smashing it. So, yeah. It's a friendly bet. I still reckon he's going to beat me, so we'll see. Anyway, we're also not throwing gems at the Duobomz, even if they come up, because we're so close to getting this 5.1k accessory box. Look, we need, what's that, 87 gems, and we can do it. I'm in the process of doing some offer walls. I did one, and I got dicked. So for everybody that's talking about offer walls and stuff, and how they don't work sometimes and all that sort of stuff, happens to me as well, happens to everybody, but it's still worth trying for, right? Because even if you do it, even if you do an offer from the offer wall, and it takes you a week to complete. It's like, okay, well, this is a week of doing this extra app that I usually give absolutely no shits about, right? You go, I'll log in for an hour each day and do whatever it needs me to do. After a week, I might get, 300 gems or 400 gems or whatever it be. If you're free to play, that's a pretty good deal, because if we go to the shop, we can't do it in here, into the gem shop. I think like 500 gems is like $5 or $6 or something. So effectively, you're getting $5 worth of gems for free. It just takes you, a couple of hours of work. So when you think about it like that, maybe not, because, say you get paid, I don't know, again, hypothetical. Say you get paid $20 an hour at work. You could buy 4 of those $5 gem things, and you could get, what's that, 2,000 gems for your $20, say? I don't know, if you're buying 4 of those $5 things. If you buy the $20 pack, you'll probably get more for the whole bulk buy thing. Anyway, doesn't matter. If you spend, say, 7 hours doing this offer to get 300 gems, if you spent 7 hours earning $20 an hour, you got $140, you could buy a lot. It's not really relevant, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, it's free gems. You don't actually have to pay for them. It just costs you time and effort. Sometimes you do it and you don't get rewarded. So the one I did recently that I didn't get rewarded, what was it? What the hell was it? Oh, it was some like clicker game. It was like Clicker Hero, no, not Clicker Heroes, Tap Heroes, something like that. Anyway, I needed to get to level 25 or something, and it took me about 3 hours. So in reality, it wasn't really that big of a deal, and I think it was only for like 120 gems or something. But what happens now, they've kind of changed the off-wall a bit in the fact that they now have an active, like you'll have all the offers that you can see that you can take, and then there's another tab. And then on that other tab, it'll show the ones that are active that you're currently doing and the ones that you've completed. So you go, okay, I've started this, I haven't finished it. If I go back and finish this, I'll get those gems. And sometimes you start an offer and you're like, this is going to take way too long and I hate this, and you just give up on it, which is fair enough. Anyway, it shows you the ones active and it will show you the ones completed. So I downloaded this app, I collected, I started the offer, I said, okay, I will do this for 120 gems or whatever it be. And I'll do it and everything will be fine. So it should have been under the active part of that offer wall thing. So I completed the whole thing and it wasn't even in my active or completed thing, and I just didn't get paid. It's like as soon as I clicked to do the offer just disappeared, which was something. So yeah, I've actually got a few comments in the last few weeks, actually, like people making note of the offer wall things and saying like, yeah, I'm not getting rewards for it. Like, what's the deal? And I'm just like, well, it is what it is. Sometimes you get the rewards, sometimes you don't. It's a bit dickish. But say you get 50% of the time you get rewards, still getting free rewards. It's just a time sink. So, sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you get paid. Sometimes you don't. You don't have to do it, but it is a source of free gems, and a significant amount of free gems if the alpha actually works. So anyway, that's offer wall for you. So I tried to do that to get up to the 5.1k, did not work, and I'm currently on, bug just flew in front of my face, I am currently doing, still there, what the hell, die, I don't think I got it. Also, that was probably really loud because I clapped in front of the microphone, I apologize. I have about 806 plants in my study, and so sometimes there's like a few little fly things around the plants, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. The hell was I talking about? I was talking about offer wall. I think I finished that. Anyway, whatever. I need, oh no, I'm currently doing one. That's what I was saying. It's like, it's not worth it. So if you see this, don't do it. It's like running. It's like a runner thing where you merge like houses together and you get runners and you put them on a track and they run around, and you got to get to level 25. I'm at level like 16. So I'm more than halfway there. So I'm going to see it out. I think it was for like 400 and something gems. So it's like a decent payout. Again, that's if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be pretty pissed because it's going to take like a good couple of weeks to do it. It's like exponential XP gain. So like level 1 to level 2 took like 30 seconds. 2 to 3 took like a few minutes. Now like 15 to 16 took like a good few hours to do. So it's going to take a few weeks to get this done. I can't remember what the app is called. It's called like something of Township. Yeah, something of Township. Don't do it. It's horrible. So that's a thing. Anyway, trying to get to 5.1k gems, almost there. Going to open the gem box and hopefully get a legendary and pray to every higher being in the world that probably doesn't exist because I'm not religious, that it's Melvin Champ. And if it's not, then we're just going to keep the rare that we've got. I mean, the epic that we've got, and be content with the 18% dual strike because it is still pretty good. And I stacked dual strike. I'm like 36.5% or something. So I don't really want to lose that dual strike. So Melvin Champ's really the only one I want. There is also that one that has dual strike and empower on it. I would settle for that too. I'd take the, I don't know, probably 10% dual strike hit to go down to 26% or something to get a 10% empower buff to take that up to like, I don't know, 16% or something. Because my empower's not that high. We can check that actually. It was higher. I did have some enchants with empower on, but I changed them all to dual strike. So my dual strike is 36.25 and my power is 5. So whatever that accessory is, I can't really look it up right now because the boxes aren't active unless they've changed and the boxes are active today. There's one with dual strike and empower. So that would do. I would be happy with that. Not super massive, perfect happy, but happy with that. Melvin Champ would make my day. Anything else? But then again, you know, I've spent 25k on getting Tobit, and this will be 25k on accessory boxes. So, you know, the chances of me getting anything is probably not high. Even though it's 20.3% or something, it's still not going to be high because I have really bad luck with boxes and eggs. Anyway, I can't check what it is, but whatever accessory it is. Someone I know on my friends list has it. Probably multiple people on my friends list has it, but I can't remember who that is to look it up. So just trust me, there's one with empower and dual strike. You probably, like, if you watching this, maybe you have it. So either that or Melvin Champ. Everything else is going to be meh. But I'm okay keeping the epic one that I've got. I know that the epics of the specific attributes. So the one I've got is 15% dual strike that I've fully upgraded to 18. There's like a dual strike one, there's a damage one, there's a speed one, there's a, I don't know, whatever else one. They're not bad because they give you a heap of that one attribute, and if you're stacking that attribute, then it's really good. So again, I'm stacking dual strike, so getting 18% of it is huge. Basically half the dual strike I have is that accessory, which is massive. So if you're looking to stack one specific attribute, then they're not a bad way to go about it. There are other legendaries that also have those attributes on it, hence Melvin Strike, like I'm talking about. And you know, legendaries in general are better, but if you're really, really insistent and not min-maxing and don't really care and you just love whatever attribute it is like I do, they're not a bad option. So I know for a while there were some people when the idea or the build or the meta or whatever it was kind of like the bait issue, the bait system where you go like really, really, really heavy into power. People were just running like as much +% damage as they possibly can. Here we'll talk about these gems for a sec. Yeah, so $5 Australian at least. That might even be US, I don't know. Anyway, I've never bought gems, so I'm not sure. $5 gets you 500 gems. And what was $20? $20 will get you and you get 15% bonus, so you get 2,300 gems. So yeah, you know, if you earn $20 an hour at work, you can spend 1 hour of your work week and buy 2,300 gems. To me, it sounds like a giant ripoff, to be honest. $20 for that, but I don't know. That's why I'm free to play. I never thought that they were worth it, and I also wanted to see if you could play this game free to play and kind of prove that you could, and I did, and I have, and I'm happy with it. But yeah. Anyway, when the idea of just like stacking power and basically nothing else, so you would have enough stamina, health, whatever, to survive whatever the raid or trial gauntlet or whatever it was that you're doing. You stacked enough stamina that you had enough of that, so like say 1,000 stamina, and then you would take every single other attribute point you possibly could out of speed and put every other thing into power, into damage basically, and then you would stack damage. So you would put your get out of here for a sec. This isn't really capture rate conversation, but it's all, you know, it's all information, so whatever. You would go in here and you would go to enchants and you would put like, so this is 0.9% dual strike, 0.8% dual strike, etc. You could go and put 1% damage, and you would just stack all the +% damages you possibly could. You could do your runes as well. Switch, I think I've got a damage one in here, 2% damage. So you would get the legendary, like 2.5% damage. Just smash as much damage as you possibly could. And then your accessory, there is a 15% fully upgraded 18% damage accessory. It's those black wings. I have never got them, but it's these wings, I guess. No, these wings. That's what it is. It's these wings. They kind of look like black, like vampire bat wings. They actually like look pretty cool. I've always wanted that cosmetic. And that's a plus 15% fully upgraded 18%, sorry, damage. So if you just stack power like crazy, you know, and say you had like 2000 power, like earlier game or something, I don't know, just say you had 2000 power, pick a number, and you put that on, it's 15% more. And then say you got some runes and stuff and you got it up to 20% more. 20% of 2000 is 400. Let's say that's 400 because my maths is bad. All of a sudden you're up to 2400 power type thing. So, you know, stacking those one specific attributes can be good if you don't really care about min-maxing and being that uttermost perfect thing ever, and you just want to enjoy the game and do what you want. It's still strong. It just might not be the strongest thing. So yeah, I've always enjoyed dual strike. I've always stacked it. I didn't really care. And now it's really good since they changed the they took the tanks. Oh, microphone. They took the tanks down and they put the DPS up and stuff. That's for dual strike, really good for PvP and stuff. So for against just PvE against bosses and stuff, it's just as good as it's always been, or as it's always been. It's as effective as it's always been. But in PvP and against real people now, it's much better. So that was lucky for me, but I wouldn't have cared. I just would keep using it anyway. And then with certain skills and weapons and stuff, it's even better. So we've talked about this before, that my gun we'll have a look at that as well. And I was talking to GavX, who is a good buddy of mine, and he also has a YouTube channel doing Bit Heroes content. So if you're interested in seeing more Bit Heroes content, you can check him out. His name on YouTube is GavX. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description. I've given him a shout out before, but definitely check him out if you want some more kind of Bit Heroes content. He doesn't really do like episodic Let's See plays thing like I do. He does more like concise, like 3-4 minute video guides on specific topics. So yeah, if you're looking for that sort of stuff, check him out. Anyway, my gun, that's not the thing I meant to click on, is this one. So this target ability does, you know, whatever damage to target enemy, attacks twice. So if I do that and my dual strike procs, I hit the target 4 times, which is really, really good, obviously. And then this one deals like damage to a random enemy and 4 additional enemies. If that dual strikes, you know, I'm hitting all 5 enemies twice, and that's when I've talked about it. I think I even talked about it on Tuesday, Item Find. Yeah, Item Find, that's right. Where you would hit that, and then you just hit everybody, like it feels like you're hitting everybody 100 times, and you just see all the enemies flash, and the animation of you attacking them goes for like 3 seconds, just because you're proccing all these hits. And not only you're proccing all these hits, and doing, you know, a fair amount of damage to each of them, each of those hits, each of those procs also procs your pet, or has a chance of proccing your pet. So again, if we stop, because I'm stopping every 4 seconds here, Tobet, I have a 61.5% chance to heal and shield my team for damage when you hit an enemy. So when I do that, I have a 61.5% chance of hitting, of proccing this pet. So when I do this move, I hit 5 people. So I have a 61.5% chance times 5, 5 different chances of proccing that Tobet. If that then dual strikes, I've got a 10% chance, etc. This one, I got a 4 chance if it dual strikes, all the rest of it. So for my actual build, dual strike's really good. And that gun is really good. So any weapon, if you're gonna stack dual strike, that attacks more than one. Oh, I don't need you, Blue Dog. I'll probably get this now. No, okay, good. get all the shit ones out of the way so when Duobomz pops up. Well, look, capture rate's a success. We got something come up for capture rate. It wasn't what we needed, but it still came up. Success. Yeah, if you're going to stack dual strike or something, any ability that attacks more than once is really good. Because if it does proc the dual strike, then you're attacking, you know, 4 times instead or something. And then your pet has multiple times to proc, and then you're healing more, or you're attacking more if you got an offensive pet, and it's just good shit. So I personally hate the gun because I'm sick of looking at it. I pretty much went from having the tier 7 gun in tier 7, the original pew pew, to then tier 8, whatever it was. Then the next tier I had a sword, which was nice. And then last tier I had the set piece. So I think that was a staff or something. And then I got this gun last. I don't know. Anyway, I had a gun, and then I think it was a sword that turned into a staff, and then I got the gun again. And the guns have no cosmetics at all. It's either the pew pew. Stop the video yet again. It's either this pew pew or this pew pew, unless you bought this bundle, which someone on my raid team right now has that bundle. Here, Rev Me Up has. Well, we'll get in there and we'll have a look. That gun, which is way less invasive. Where is it? This one, right? It's still massive. And I don't really like any of the guns, the way the guns look. There is one that's like a little pistol, which is all right. But again, that's money, and I'm 100% free to play. Even though the cosmetics don't actually help you in any way, shape, or form, it doesn't give you an edge, it doesn't give you any item fund, it doesn't give you any, you know, capture rate, experience, anything like that. Like, it literally doesn't do anything but give you like better looks or different looks or something. I still don't put absolutely any coin into it, just to stay 100% free to play. So this gun, I'm sick of looking at, and I want to change it for particularly that reason, but I won't because it's really good. Unless there's another weapon or something that I find, but considering this one attacks twice and then attacks all 5 people, it's going to be hard to beat, right? So what I'll probably end up doing is I'm 2 legendaries away from upgrading and using Melvin Cloak. I think it's 2, might be 1. I think it's 2. Up from getting Melvin Cloak to +3. In which case it then overtakes the TS that I'm currently wearing, and I can start using it, which is good. So then I will have Frosty Bite, which gives me 5% SP damage, and then I'll have Melvin Cloak, which means me and nearby enemies will have +2% damage, and then I have the helmet from last tier, which gives me +4% in power. So actually, thinking about that, once I lose that helmet, I'm going to go down to 1% in power, which kind of sucks. So I will have 3 mythics, 2 of tier 10, 1 of tier 9, which is nice. But once I put Melvin Cloak on, I'm going to lose the 3 set bonus from this last tier's set. So it means that I'll keep the 2%, 4%. Let's pause again and be disruptive even more. I'll keep the 2% ricochet chance, but I'll lose the damage increase by 10% to health to enemies above 75 or below 25%. So that kind of sucks. But I am getting a 2% attack buff for me and the 2 people around me. So I'll have this. I'll have... where is it? Equipment? Nope. Nope. How the hell did I even click that? Equipment. I'll have this, and then I'll have this, and then I'll have this, which would be great. And then the next one to upgrade will either be this or this. Probably this, so I can keep these 2 still the 2% ricochet chance active still. So then I'll probably upgrade that. Then from there, I'll probably upgrade maybe the helmet to keep these 2 again. And then from there, I'll upgrade this. And then I'm going to try and upscale this so I can keep at tier 10 this gun and change it to tier 10 because it is really good. Now to upgrade this, let's get out of here first because we can have a chat about that. I've talked about upscaling as a free-to-play player is ridiculous and not really worth it and super hard to do, etc, etc, etc. But I have got 2 pieces of the tank raid set, and I did get 2 pieces of the tank expedition set. So I have 4 tier 10 set pieces, none of which are useful to me unless I went tank, and I've decided I'm not going to because of you know, having all the dual strike and all these things and blah 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 blah. Hey, we just reached 233. So yeah, so basically those tank sets are kind of useless to me. I kind of wanted to keep them just in case, but if I can get rid of some of them to up tier the gun, it's going to be much more helpful for my current build. And so that's probably what I'll end up doing. So once we get out of here, we'll look at the upscaling and see what that's all about. It's going to cost me a lot to do, because not only will it cost the breakdown set piece things, it will also cost me a crap ton of the crubbles. So I think upscaling the gun will be the very last piece of gear that I do, because it's going to cost the most. And I may as well get all the other TS for cheaper and easier before then. So I think I'll have the mythic necklace, the mythic chest piece, and then everything else will be a legendary, and then we'll upscale the gun. But we'll do it in specific orders. All right, so after the Melvin cloak, it'll be the ring. After the ring will be the helmet. After the helmet will be the offhand. After the offhand, we'll upscale the gun. And that's basically the plan at the moment, unless something changes, but that's probably the plan. So if we have a quick look at upscaling, reforge the gun, we need 2 pieces of this, which I already have. So that's 2 pieces of set from last tier, I think. We need 1 of these, which is set piece from this tier, I think. We've got enough beanstalks from last tier, which is handy, and then I need 250 crubbles. So really, I only need to get, if this is what I think it is, I've never up-tiered before, so this is kind of new to me. I know the process, but I think if I get rid of a set piece, I get this pro stalk thing. So effectively, I need to kill off 1 set piece from this tier. I've already got 2 set pieces from last tier, which is handy. I didn't know I had that. And then I just need 250 crubble. What that will do is turn this into a non-upgraded tier 10. And then I will then have to get like 500 crubble on top of that to fully upgrade it. So effectively, to get this from fully upgraded tier 9 to fully upgraded tier 10, I'm going to need this, which I already have. I'm going to need to disenchant 1, exchange whatever 1 tier 10 set piece. I need 500 of these, which I already have, and then I'm going to need 750 crubble. So it's really expensive to do, like really, really expensive to do. But you know, if you've been putting money in, and you know you've got a heap of set pieces from your bub gores and all these things, and you've just got like a heap of materials and stuff, you can definitely do it. And like all my whale tanks and DPS and stuff have upscaled all their stuff. So I've got like Chaos, for instance, has tier 10 obliteration set, which is like a tier 8 tank set, I want to say, maybe even tier 7, I can't remember. Again, I'm not a tank, so I don't keep up to date with all that sort of stuff, but you know, upscaled at multiple tiers. I think Rev Me Up has 2 parts or 3 parts of the set that I have, and so that's all up tiered and stuff. So a lot of people do up tiers when they don't like the tier, the set pieces and stuff, or mythics or whatever it is from the current tier. So it's definitely a thing, but as free to play, it's not super viable because it's just too expensive. So luckily for me, I already have those 2 set piece thingies from last tier, so I'm kind of lucky in that sense that I don't have to go to last tier and farm for set pieces to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I'm considering it. So that's probably what I'll do. The other option is I've got the 2 set piece expedition tank things, which is the main hand and the offhand. So I could just get them to max TS and use them, but the only thing it's going to do is give me 4% damage reduction, which is nice, but because I'm not a tank, it's not particularly useful. Like, I'm just going to take 4% damage reduction. Because I'm not scaling that, it's not really going to do a hell of a lot. And the axe weapon thing, we can take a look at it. Doesn't have any hit twice or any hit thingy. So for my dual strike, it's not really going to work as well. So if we take another quick look here, it's this one, right? No, this one, main hand. So if we equip this quickly, we take a look at the skills. Drain health. So I guess that would count. So that would be, you could dual strike that, I guess. Shield self, again, tank, defensive, damage to one target enemy, and then you've got heal and stuff. So for me, for a DPS, it's not really ideal. So you compare that to our gun, and then having, you know, hits twice and all these procs and stuff. It makes more sense to upscale instead of doing those 2 set pieces and getting 4% damage reduction as a DPS. So they're my thoughts. There's my plans. We see how we go. I still need a crap ton of crubble, like so much. Upgrading 2 mythics off the bat, like the first 2 pieces of gear, is going to be awesome, because like mythics basically give you like mini set piece bonuses, right? But they're in 1 piece of gear, so they're super strong. But they cost a fortune. So a normal legendary costs 400 crubble to fully upgrade. A mythic costs 600. So effectively, upgrading 2 mythics is the crubble wise is the equivalent of upgrading 3 legendaries. So you could get a whole legendary worth of TS, like in bonus TS for the same price. So effectively, you're only getting 2 upgrades instead of 3 for the same price, but you are getting those bonuses. And you know, you may as well get those bonuses as soon as you possibly can, because if you did all the legendaries and all the other slots, yeah, you would have more TS, but if you get those bonuses, you have those bonuses from the start, and then as you get more TS, they're going to become even better. And particularly Melvin Cloak, because it affects not only me but other people. So the Frosty Bite thing, I get 5% SP damage, whatever it is, which is great, but you know, it's a buff to me. But the other one is 2% damage to me and my surrounding players, surrounding raid members or familiars or whatever it be. It benefits everybody, well, those 3 people at least. So having that as soon as possible is great, because even if I'm not max TS, if my raid team is, so if Rev Me Up and Eagle at the back, so me and Eagle have hashed out our again, I'm not going to go into it because it was a bit personal and stuff, but it was a giant misunderstanding, and we're all peachy keen and best buds again, which is good, because I was feeling bad about what happened, even though it was just a misunderstanding and it was neither of our faults. It just, anyway, doesn't matter. We're all good. So at the moment, that would give Rev Me Up and Eagle, who's one of my baits, 2% more damage. They have a crap ton of power, so that's really good. So the sooner I get that, the better. It's just the whole expense thing. Anyway, back to the original thing that I was saying, that me and Zilpha are having a battle. He got like 5 Duobomz or something in the last week. And I can't even get 1 to show up. So this is gonna suck, man. This has been so long. How long have we been doing Raid 4 for 1 Duobomz? We get 1 and we have a +4 Walkom. And then we just need 1 more and 1 Driftman to get a +5. So we just need one to get like a much better Walkom, right? He's going to go up in a bit in TS, which is great, but all his augments are going to get boosted. So we just need 1 freaking thing to get him way better, and then 2 more to get him even way more better, because that's good English. But it seems like it's been months, right? Like legit months that we've been trying to get it, and he just does not want to cooperate whatsoever. Oh, he's a bit of a jerk. I don't know whether me hitting that microphone actually comes across as a loud bump in the video, but I do it all the time because I have my microphone quite close to the keyboard, and I talk with my hands a lot, even though you can't see it. I'm always waving my hands when I'm ranting about stuff, and I often just like smack the microphone. Okay, we are at 33 minutes, which is surprising. I've talked my ass off about absolutely nothing, but we're going to keep going because why not? So let's have a quick look at familiar situation and fusion. Here's Walkom. I got my Velks ready. I got my Warfin ready. It is Warfin. Yeah, this son of a bitch. So Zilpha needs 5 of them, I think. I think that's what he needs. So all I need is this Moboz. And then, yeah, and then 1 more of each of these. So that's good. What was I in here to show? It was that and something else. Bobodom. That's what it was. So for Bobodom, I have him +1 already, and I need these 3 more. I already have a Ragnar. So all we need now is a Blubber and a Yeti and a Nos Dudu. So if we go down and take a look at them quickly. So many freaking... Yeah, see? This son of a bitch. If we go take a look at them, we've got too many familiars to freaking look at. Where are you? Okay, here we go. One Driffin. He's done. Here we go. So I've got a Ragnar in my pocket, effectively. He's just hanging out. He's scratching my balls with his staff thing. Need a Blubber, and then he's done. Need a Nosdudu, he's done. Need a Yeti, he's done. And then we got a +2 Yobo, not Yobo, +2 Bobodom. Then we just need 3 of everything else. So we're going to need 3 Ragnars. Again, that's going to suck, but at least it's only 3. And then he's capped out. So considering we need Yeti, we need Blubber, and we need Nosdudu. It doesn't really matter which order we do them in. So just for something different, we've done Yeti's dungeon like a gajillion times. For something different, let's do Blubber. Alright, I can still solo this myself. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So there's no point in me bringing familiars or friends or anyone, so I can knock out those, that smashed. Knock out those solo bounties and stuff. I've talked about this before. If you can do a dungeon on Heroic by yourself, always do it by yourself. And those solo bounties and stuff, or bounties without other players, or bounties here, these ones. Defeat 1 heroic dungeon solo. So that's without friends or familiars at all. It's just yourself. After I do this, gonna knock that out. Complete 3 heroic dungeons, just doing 3 of them, gonna knock that out. Defeat 3 dungeon solo, about to knock that out. Defeat 1 dungeon solo, I'm gonna knock that out. So if you can do, and then I'm gonna have just this left. So if you can do dungeon solo on heroic, do it, because you'll knock out bounties super quick. And oh, apparently we don't have a Shramps, and we still don't have a Shramps. I have not Shramps, Gramps. I have no idea why I would not have a Gramps. I did +5 Shramps like a long time ago. I didn't even need him. I had Bobodom, and I thought I had the Grampses there because I'd caught them all before, and I'm like, may as well. And that was, you know, a year and a half ago, maybe. Way like a year and a half before augments and stuff. I just +5'd him just for the sake of +5'd him. I think what it was actually, it was one of those PvP like event things where rare familiars were like twice as strong or something. And so I just made +5 Shramps and +5 Ballin, because I had the fams for them anyway, just from doing dungeons and catching absolutely everything. I just had them there, so I thought, well, I'll just make +5, and then I'll go into PvP with a +5 Shramps, +5 Ballin, and a +5 Pacho or something, whatever it was at the time, and kick some ass, and I did. And that's why I had the +5s of them. So, you know, that's my story. But I must have used all of the Gramps that I had in my reserve bank, and now I don't have any. So once I catch one, I'll have one, and then the whole like decline multiple of the same familiar thing will kick in, and then he won't show up for persuasion anymore. But considering I don't need him at all, I don't care. But if we quickly look at my familiar list, like look at this, I got this dude +5. I think that was for a PvP and a PvP as well, and I got 7 of him left. I got 27 Broms. What else? I got 46 Sammys. Like, you don't need this many familiar. 32 Shamans. 42 Zorgs. You know, just stupid. And what about the dungeon bosses? Have I got a lot of any rares? Probably not, because I used them. I got 3 Squibs for some reason. So if I ever wanted to +5 Wembo as well, which I might do one day actually, that's good. But he needs Driffins as well, so I'm probably not going to do it thinking about it. But 3 Squibs is there. I could almost +5 a Squibbo. Not that I would need that whatsoever. I have 1 Squibbo. So I could get him to +4 right now if I wanted to. +3 right now, sorry, if I wanted to. I've got 4 Sex Horses. I think Sex Horse goes into Cords, I think. I've got 5 Violaces, like, so I can make some Rollaces. That goes into Rolesca. So I got some options. I have a Wolfen, who's going into my my Walkom. I got one of this dude. Zoral. I don't even know what he goes into. I got 2 blue dogs. I got 1 red robot. And then I think the rest, oh no, yeah, 2 Velks which are going into Walkom. I got 2 of these stupid Sphernics which do nothing. He goes into Svord, and Svord's freaking great. But I don't have that schematic. I got 1 robot Melvin thingy. I got 3 Crumbs, 2 Sprouts. Oh yeah, this is the wolf thing. So let's have a quick look at this. Skills. His normal, just auto attack, deals to the damage the weakest. 1 SP, weakest. 2 XP, 2 SP, weakest. 3 SP, weakest. So this dude absolutely just hammers and fucks your bait's couch like crazy. If your bait dies, then it probably, your DPS is the next lowest health member. Same thing. So that's why you need a really, really good bait for the current raid, raid 7 heroic, because that thing will absolutely destroy your lowest HP target. And if your lowest HP target is not a tank or has tank, you know, stuff, aka a bait, they're just gonna die, like straight away. So every time I do raid 7 heroic, if my bait dies and then I res him and he dies again, it's pretty much done. Like, just, you may as well quit. Because it doesn't matter what order you put them in. You could have your, come on, just get it done so he never shows up. Damn it. You could have your lowest HP target, your bait, or your lowest HP DPS in the middle of your raid team. So you got like, my God, could I catch anything? We got to catch something. I'm not going to stop this video until we catch something. So, you know, we could be here for another 40 minutes for all we know. Anyway, you could put your lowest HP DPS in any order you want in your raid team, and if your bait dies, it's going to hit him. Doesn't matter where he is, because it targets him specifically. It's not targets furthest enemy or closest enemy or anything like that. So in that sense, it doesn't matter where you put your DPS, because it's just gonna hit him. So the way I run my raid 7 heroic is I have my like highest HP, like bestie tank at the front, and for me it's Chaos, and he's got a blit, the obliteration set, which means that everyone behind him has buffs. Hooray, we did it. Everyone behind him has buffs, so he's at the front. He's never leaving the front. He's the best place for him is to be at the front. Then I have my bait second. So at the moment, I can't remember who it is. I've got a few baits that I interchange about and interchange in and out of. And I'm a bit lucky, and William mentioned this last episode, because I was talking about and going through all of my tanks and baits and stuff when I was trying to do Raid 7 Heroic. And when that week that Eagle and I had a little disruption, we'll say, and I was trying to find a replacement, and I've got a few options that I can do. Eagle is 110% the best option, but I didn't have him for that week. So I'm lucky in the fact that I've got a few replacements that I can interchange in and out, and I'm still doing that. I'm still trying to find the perfect thing, because sometimes a tank will go to bait, sometimes a bait will go to tank, sometimes my DPS goes bait, all these type of things. So, you know, I'm lucky that I can interchange people in and out. So I definitely, ooh, a flawless moon pin. I don't think I've ever seen that before. What is a flawless moon pin, I wonder? It sounds like a necklace or a ring, right? Well, a pin wouldn't be a ring. It's got to be a necklace. Although a pin is also not a necklace. But that's my guess. Or it could be an offhand, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a legendary. He's just going to break down anyway. Yeah, so I've got options. And I know a lot of people don't have options. And, you know, I feel bad about that. But I can't really do much about it. So, you know. And I've asked before, like, the people that I have, like, hey, man, do you have free spots? Like, a friend of mine needs a bait or something. And because they're, like, really high-level baits and stuff, or tanks or whatever it is, they're always full. And they're like, nah, man, I'm full and, you know, whatnot. So, yeah, I'm just fortunate, I guess. But anyway, I have my tank, I have Chaos, like with the Blitz set at the front, then I have my bait second, then I have me and my DPS third and fourth, doesn't really matter what order, makes no absolutely no difference, and then I have my other tank slash bait, whatever, whoever it is running at that point, at the back, because the tank sorry, the boss, who is a tank, does have target furthest enemy, and I think so do the mushrooms. So you need a strong tanky person at the back as well. So basically it's tank, bait, DPS, DPS, tank slash bait. That's my setup. I think that's probably the optimal setup. Or you could do tank DPS bait, or tank DPS bait, DPS tank, whatever. But your bait doesn't really matter where he is, I don't think. But I just have him second for some reason. I don't know. Maybe there's an enemy that attacks the front too. Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I've got my bait in slot 2. I don't know whether that makes a lot of difference. But you definitely want to tank at the front and the back. But probably everyone knows that by now because, you know, Raid 7's been out for quite a while. But if you are not into Raid 7 yet, or you're about to be and you're wondering what the setup is and all that sort of stuff, if you try and run that, you probably have a good time and be able to do it. Well, if you're about to get into Raid 7, you'll probably be doing it on normal, right? But that's not a bad layout to go with, so give that a go. Anyway, we're at 45 minutes, which is crazy. So we'll probably end it after this dungeon. We did get a Gramps, so success. We also got a blue dog to show up, so a raid epic came up, so also success. Was not the one we wanted. It's a bit annoying. And we did not get a Blubber, also a bit annoying. But you know, this is how every Capture Rate Thursday goes for me. I just can't seem to catch a break at the moment. Get it? Catch a break? No. So yeah. Either way, that is done. We will come back on, pardon me, we'll come back on Tuesday item find, and hopefully that's the last Tuesday item find. And then the following week should get back to Sunday. It might not, I've talked about this the last few episodes, it might be a week off, I don't know. All depends on how the move goes in the internet and all that sort of stuff. But if all goes well, here we go, all these are done. If all goes well, then next week will be Tuesday and the week after will be Sunday, but we shall see. But that is Thursday. Capture rate, my god, done for another week. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.